Okay, so this is the underside of one of the rear wings, rear fenders, and although they've come back painted blue, you know, they weren't finished like super high gloss like the outside. And the fact of the matter is that, you know, you can get a chip in here and then get some rust, and these wings are in really good shape. I don't want to do that with them, so I'm going to hit a little bit of undercoating on them, just to sort of protect them, and also matches the rest of the car. The rest of the car has black undercoating on it, and the inside of the wings, you know, should be in the same finish. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I used a Rust-Oleum undercoating. It dries pretty fast. It's rubberized. It's paintable. I'm not going to paint it. It gives a pretty good texture, and some of them go on brown and they don't have much texture. This has something that will match better to what is on the car. And again, you know, it just gives it some protection in there on the bottom part of this rear wing or rear fender, and it will match the rest of the car. And hopefully, you know, these wings are in really excellent shape when they came off the car. I want to keep them in excellent shape, and they didn't have any rust or anything. So here we go. You know, just a little bit of extra precaution there. Again, using the Rust-Oleum undercoat here. Okay, so the next big job here, now that we've got those panels in, is to fit the rear wings or the rear fenders into the openings here. And this is fiddly stuff, and if you have aftermarket rear wings or rear fenders, this could be even more challenging. Now, these came off this car, off this frame, which, you know, refinished, and so the fit should go okay. But, you know, we'll see how that works out. And it's really important that when you fit it, you get that front right. And you'll see if you don't, it's not going to look right. Okay, so here I've just fit the piece in. And just a couple of thoughts on this. First of all, you can fit the rear wing or the rear fender in once you put the wooden thing up on the car. But then you're kind of working upside down to get everything lined up. Where in some ways it's easier to fit it if the frame is upside down and you drop the wing into it. The one thing is, though, when you put the wing in, you want to make sure that there's a nice seal between this piping and the wing or the fender and the wood. And so you kind of have to be, you know, crawling under it and looking around to make sure that it comes down neat and seals it up. I think what people most like to do is to line everything up on the front foot here. Get that lined up, and you can see you've kind of got to get that right. If you've got not just the bottom here, but this curve which comes up into the foot, and you want that to kind of match. And then you want to have the rear part also come across flat like that. And so then using screws, I'm going to use probably number 10 hex-headed screws. You pull the thing down into place, but you got to be careful because you've got these holes that you're going to put your screws through with washers. What you don't want to do is come out through here someplace, okay, and have them come out and then pop through. Then you ruin your frame. So it's kind of fiddly work. I think it's easier to do it this way, where you have the frame upside down and you fit them. And then, of course, though, you have to very carefully fit them over to the car. So, you know, this is kind of tense stuff here, but we'll do our best. Okay, so I've just fit a few in just to see what my fit looks like here. Again, I'm using hex-headed screws, self-tappers, with fender washers, which are a bit larger but have a small hole, so I don't distort anything there. I'm using a torque adjustable electric screwdriver, and I'm putting them in just to see if I've got a good fit. And again, I take them out and I'm going to put some caulking along the line, and then I'm going to put this down. So let's just see what the fit looks like. So there's my fit up front. looks pretty decent. Of course, you want to look at the top here because that's where you're going to see when you're looking at the car. You're going to see where that joins in there against the wood, and it looks pretty good to me. It looks like the bead is pretty nice there. This is going to come down a little bit because I've got more of these to put in, but it's fitting pretty flush against there, and that's what you want to see. You want to see this tight in there. Okay, before pulling the wing back off and putting the caulking in, I'm down here on double checking that this is tight against the wood, tight against the metal, pinched in there, keep the water out, and it won't look right. If you have a gap here and it's loose, it's not going to look right. And so I'm down under here going over this to make sure that this is flush against the wood, because that's what you're going to see, and flush against the metal because that's what you're going to see from the side. And it looks very good to me. And that's what you want to see. And this is the blue color. I was thinking I wasn't sure whether it would match okay, but I think it really, really does an excellent job matching. And the blue that I bought from ESM Morris Spares, and I'm very happy with it. Super, super happy with it. Okay, so I've test fitted the rear wing, the rear fender, and it fits very nicely. And now I want to install it so I can put this side up on the car. But what I'm going to do is that typically these fenders really rust out up here, and they end up just kind of hanging on there or falling off. And so I'm going to seal this area here, and the wood tends to rot in here. I've already painted it with marine paint here, but I want to seal where the seam is of the fender or the wing up against the rubber and against the wood. So I'm going to use a latex-based black caulking that I can then use the caulking gun, put on here, run it down along here, run a bit on this back side here so I don't get water coming in here, and then put the wing or the fender onto the frame. And so just a little bit of extra precaution. Again, this car is in sunny California. In my term of ownership, it's not going to be seeing the rain or much water, but you know, I want to do the job right. And again, this is a major rust part, and then you lose the wings. And in this car, they're in good shape, and so I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to seal this up a little bit. Okay, so here we have a nice fit, a nice seal on the outside here. Just what we want to see. Careful not to squeeze any of that stuff out. And then if we look at the we can see that you can see it, some of the caulking being squeezed out. So we have a good seal here all along this inside section as well. So hopefully this is going to last a good long time. And look how beautiful that looks. Of course, no one's going to see this part because it's underneath the car. But, you know, I think the job was done right here. Okay, so I'm putting a line of the wood tone caulking down along this edge here, and then very generously putting black latex-based caulking under here, which should match the undercoating. And so I'm putting that on pretty liberally because this is an area that rots, and again, mine are in good shape, so I don't actually want to see rot in that area. Okay, so there we go. That's the first side up and in with the wing, the fender on there. And I have to say that looks pretty smart. I have to say I love the color, love the wood. It looks pretty smart, fit pretty nicely on there, but we're keeping it loose because we've got to adjust this to make sure that it fits the doors in the back. We use that as a guide, and of course the roof. So there's lots more to be done.